That was crazy. Is that real?
I think he did shit himself. Hey, before we start this pod, I don't know. Let's somebody please find out if it's true that if Jimmy Butler shit himself, because it looked like he shit himself.
I think they just were saying that online, but I don't think it.
No, there was a picture. He was walking to.
I know. I seen the video and everything, but I don't think it was real.
We bullshit ourselves from time to time.
I mean, Paul Pierce is the only guy who I know.
Yeah, like when you're a baby and when you're like about to go, like time to time.
I remember I had too much hot sauce as a 12-year-old, and my buddy Phil, who you met, Phil, he took me to a soccer game of his. No, I think I was 11, and he's like, okay, so I was sitting up with his dad, who's a top detective in Sault Ste. Marie, right? So I'm sitting beside him. All of a sudden, that hot sauce started gargling and googling and just like going crazy in my belly, and I look, and we're at those soccer fields where there's 4 in a row, and the bathroom isn't to that first one. So I'm like, I gotta go. I'm running through first field, second field. As I get to the second field, the shit starts coming out. Third field,
that's so
by the time
nasty.
I got to that one blue toilet at the very end, the porta potty, the shit's already through me all boom, boom, boom. I had to throw away my underwear, had to throw away everything into the pot. Came back, I was just sitting up there, and he's like, "Are you okay?" And I was just like, "Oh no, I just don't." He had a beautiful new Cadillac too, and I knew I had to go back in that car in the back seat.
No.
I'm like, "Phil, give me your jacket." He's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Just give me your jacket." Sat down, and all you could smell was shit. I was like, that was the worst situation. They had a beautiful Cadillac. Anyway, I don't know why I just started the show off with that. But
that's horrible. That's horrible.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Ethos Toronto. Let's turn that up. I don't know why that's so loud. Welcome back, everybody, to the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor Podcast. We are your hosts. I'm El Hoopo. That's Max P. And that right there, that's A-Rod. We got a lot of hoops to talk about, a lot of other shit to talk about, too. So let's just go. What's up, boys?
What is up?
Yes.
Yeah. Start off with a shitty story, huh?
That story was crazy.
Man, it's the truth.
Not as shitty as the Raptors the last couple
Hey,
games.
yo. All right, let's just jump right into it. Raptors last night. Cleveland Cavaliers lost to Cleveland. A-Rod, yes, the shitty, but okay, give me your vibe on the Raptors right now. Maybe last night, but whatever.
Let him have Jamal Shed. I love Jamal Shed.
We've been talking about Jamal, man.
I mean, listen, Jamal Shed, with what Tristan Thompson did at the end of that game.
I was going to bring that up
later. And he went right up to him, and he was just like, gave him his business. Hey, I'm with Jamal all day, man. Listen, Jamal don't play, man.
No.
And I know Tristan Thompson's Canadian. When you're on the Canadian national
team,
I'll cheer for you, but fuck you, man.
Yeah, fuck you, Tristan Thompson.
But he's still Tristan Thompson, though.
And you know what? Him and his dumbass quote like, oh,
yeah, he's Canadian, but he's still Tristan Thompson.
But he's still Tristan Thompson.
He's like, oh, it's my city. Like, brother, man, you my city.
Man.
You grew up in Brampton, man. Nobody give a fuck about Brampton.
Hey.
I'm sorry.
Hey, whoa.
This Toronto, man. Don't start saying my city, but you grew up in Brampton, bro.
Right, I see what you're saying.
Come on, man.
Yeah, this guy had a video. I remember Tristan Thompson. He came back to the city. He's like, yeah, I gotta show you around the city. I gotta show you where to eat. You know where he took his guy? To Tim Hortons for Timbits. I'm like, get the fuck out of here, man. You're such a goofball. He's a goofball, man.
Nobody in Brampton's claiming him either. Just for information, you know what I mean?
You know what I dislike about this guy?
He wears women's panties, man.
The level of arrogance this man has.
Mm-hmm.
To be coming to Toronto and doing that shit, and then afterwards start calling out the coach, and then started going on Twitter saying like, "Oh, it's my city." Or
Did
whatever.
he?
Yeah.
After this?
After that, he
what
went
a
on
fucking
Twitter
goof.
and he said it's my city, so enjoy the L's or whatever, and enjoy those lottery balls or whatever he said.
But the thing is, even though, he's not from Toronto, but you can still be from the area and put on for the city. Tristan Thompson does not put on for the city. Mm-mm. He doesn't have that reputation. Where is this putting on? How is this your city? Drizzy has put in hella more work, and Drizzy's a lame than Tristan Thompson.
Especially after Super Bowl, see that shit.
Top 5 has put in more work repping the city than this goofball. And top 5's a goofy goofball. So it's like, bro, what are you talking about? So even people who shouldn't be claiming that are doing a better job than this goofball who's trying to claim it.
When you say claiming the city, let's put a bubble around the city. How far can you go out of the city where you can claim the city? Like, can you go as far as Pickering and claim
Toronto? That's a very controversial thing because
I was
born in North York and a chick try to brush me off like you ain't from Toronto.
No,
So
North York's
North
it
York's
is.
Toronto. North York's
But
Hey,
Toronto.
this, but the politics are out there like that. She said
Max,
that right in my
I
face.
understand what she's saying because listen, when people ask me like how far are you willing to travel, I tell them, listen, anything past Eglinton is not Toronto to me anymore, man.
I used to say going on a vacation is north of Bloor.
Oh, man. It's just like
Yeah, I
it's just
mean,
one of those things we all joke about. But in all seriousness, like everybody, like Max was saying, you could rep Toronto. You don't have to be exactly from here. You can be in the GTA. That's cool. You can put on for the city or whatever. What I dislike about Tristan Thompson the fucking most is the level of arrogance this man has.
Oh my
Even
God.
beyond like what he did last night, just the whole Khloe Kardashian shit
Oh, the
just
whole
makes
thing,
me
man.
angry because it's like, buddy, you constantly cheat on this woman and you think you won't get caught. Like you are 6'11", going in a club, putting your arm around chicks as if nobody's gonna recognize you. Like how fucking stupid are you, man? Like,
well,
Yeah,
my
he's
beef
a
with
group.
Tristan Thompson is he's been collecting checks for a long time. He's been stealing money for a long time. He's been in the league for a long time. His game has flatlined. His game is
Yeah.
flatlined. This dude is not professional.
Like his moral values.
Like how you ain't
Yeah.
add a piece to your game every year? Like that shows your character right there. And so all the goofy stuff, the Kardashian goofy stuff on the sidelines, that's just typical. Like
Yeah.
this dude's from Brampton. Nobody knows you. You out here claiming the city. Where? How? You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's the thing. I'm
get out of
embarrassed
here, bro. I didn't even
like
watch
I'm
the game. I
embarrassed
didn't
to
even know.
claim.
I didn't even know it was a
Yeah.
beef popped off.
Yeah. I wish somebody would have smacked
Everybody's
him last
embarrassed.
night.
LeBron don't even claim this guy. Won a ring with him, bro. Like it's wild. This is wild.
it's true though. It's true.
This is
What? I ain't lying.
That's
Nobody's
true.
claiming this dude.
And when LeBron doesn't claim me, like yikes, yikes. Well, yeah, okay. So yeah, fuck Tristan Thompson. Like that's easy. Tristan Thompson is a booger from Elon's son's nose, man. That's all he is to me. But let's get back to the Raptors. That was just an absolute punk bullshit move. Like, yeah, you're from Toronto, and you go and you dunk on that last play, and just come on, man. You can't do
And
that.
he don't get ticked. He don't get ticked. So you know what he's doing there. That's some
No.
bullshit.
Yeah, exactly.
He
So
tried to
him.
preface it by saying that Darko was doing full court press with like under a minute down 20. Buddy, who cares what they're doing? Like, why are you running in and like dunking as if like you never got points in your life before, man?
Because he doesn't get them anymore. That's the thing.
Darko. You found out that dude's name like 3 days ago. Stop.
Yeah, it's so true. Speaking of which, Brendan Ingram signed 3-year. I think 100. We got him at a good price. Supposedly, I think 125 million. That New Orleans actually offered him 130. So he actually was offered more to stay in New Orleans. Took less to stay here to come here.
I didn't even know New Orleans offered him.
Yeah. So he wants to be here.
New Orleans is a trash fire. Like it's.
Yeah, he said that in his
dumpster
post
fire.
conference.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's been like that since Anthony Davis was there.
Yeah.
And that bullshit move Anthony Davis made, right? When he said, "I refuse to play." Sorry to cut you off, A-Rod.
Yeah.
But that bullshit move, he couldn't have really got away with that with any other team. But because it was the Saints,
New Orleans.
New Orleans. Sorry,
Pelicans,
I'm thinking about the football team. They're pretty bad too. But because of the Pelicans, people were just like, "Yeah, that team sucks. Who cares?"
Gave him a pass for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Era?
I was just gonna say, man, like apparently he loves it here. He's been repping, saying that Toronto is a great city from a long time.
A while
He was
ago,
selling
yeah.
Pelicans, and apparently he loves oxtails. So hey,
Yeah, Darko said that shit.
Oh, you got man. Come over to the West End. You can get plenty good oxtail out here, my
Yeah,
friend.
on the east side too.
Oh, way out east, but Scarborough ain't what it used to be. You got to go to Ajax now.
Yes, agreed with Max on that one.
Ajax is the new Scarborough.
For sure.
It is.
What's that one place up on Birchmount, Max, that everybody goes to? Is Birchmount and like Shepherd, the Caribbean joint? I forgot the name of it, man.
I don't know the names of these spots, but
Oh man, it's gonna bother me, man.
Old
My
Slang
boss
Hugh
took me
told us
there
about
before,
that
man.
pizza place in Brampton, the pizza place that does like a Jamaican spin on it in Brampton. Anyways, yeah, this West Side, man.
Chris Jerk, that's the one.
ah,
Chris Jerk. It's nice, man. I've been there before. It's good. Chris Jerk. Also, shout out to Albert's at Oakwood
Albert's.
and St. Clair. That's a dope spot, man.
Making me hungry. Yeah. Tomorrow's cheat meal night. May have to get some. So, all right, cool. So, so BI is re-signed up 3 years. They said, well, he's probably not going to play in February. They're going to rest him up. They're going to have him healed up for next year just to tank their way through the rest of the season, which I'm down with, man.
So he was injured already.
Yeah, he has a real bum ankle, and plus his conditioning is shot right now. I mean, he even admitted to that. And of course his conditioning would be shot.
Hold your head, Luka. I see you out there wheezing out there. Hold your head, Luka. Don't worry. It's going to get better.
It's going to
get better.
14, 4, and 2. It's like, woo, that looks like a Jameson battle.
I see Luka trying to run back on D. It looked like he was going to throw his back out. I said, Luka, pace yourself. Pace yourself.
You know what, man? The Lakers look nice, man. If
Alex
they get that offense together, that offense is going to be nice, man, because they look like they're going to have fun out there.
If they were in the East, they would it'd be interesting. But man, that West,
dangerous, man.
Dangerous.
I'll tell you, he was in deep shit though. Dallas Mavericks.
My.
Those guys are the ambulance team now, man.
Yep.
I mean, the way it started. Yeah, the way it started was just womp. I mean, Anthony Davis came out like He-Man. And then third quarter, did you see him?
Yeah.
He was playing like he was back with Boogie Cousins in New Orleans. I ain't seen him play like that since he was with Boogie. Yeah. And when you seen the non-contact injury, I said, yep. Whenever somebody goes down without nobody touching them, they ain't coming back in no time soon. What? Yeah. Grand opening, grand closing.
It was so quick and so fast.
You know what's even crazier is like a lot of people aren't even talking about this, but this is insane to me too. Like the next day after that trade, they made a trade, Quentin Grimes for Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
Right? And what they had to do, because Caleb Martin was injured and he actually failed the medical. So they could have sent him back.
Man, cats out here failing medicals out here. Wow.
Who failed the medical?
Caleb Martin, right? He failed the medical. Philadelphia had to include an extra second-round pick, and Dallas still took him. So, like, they traded Quentin Grimes, who's, like, an amazing
he was playing well.
Three-point shooter. And, like, a fan favorite over in Dallas. They traded him for a guy who can't even fucking suit up. That's insane, man. What, like, that GM is insane. That is craziness, man.
Speaking of insane, how about Mark Williams, the trade for Dalton Connect? Mark Williams goes through and that trade falls through because of his physical.
And Charlotte almost got away. Charlotte almost got away with a great trade, bro. Like, they almost got away. Because I was like, yo, Connect with LaMelo, that's some nice shit right there.
Yeah.
And this no-name who doesn't even play? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mark Williams would have been a nice fit, I think, in LA, but I don't know what
it would have been a nice fit if he plays. He doesn't play. The kid does not play. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he was a healthy kid, he would be a nice fit. But the kid, he doesn't play. And so I was like, wow, this is a great trade for Charlotte. But then Lakers was like, oh, hell no.
Like, what happened? Did you hear anything on that? Any news of, like, because I knew he had back issues.
Rumor was.
So apparently they found more issues with his feet.
His feet?
Yeah, apparently they found more issues with his feet. And then they were saying that, because the history of, like, 7-footers and feet injuries is pretty high, right?
Yeah.
For recurrence, they basically voided it. And then, what that kind of reminded me of, too, is, like, I think it was his back, though. Do you remember Dantas Montejunas? The guy on the Rockets?
Of course.
Okay. Do you remember when he got traded and they voided it? So he got traded to, I think it was Detroit. And they actually voided his trade because they said that his back issue was worse than what it was let on. It actually torpedoed his value. So I kind of feel like now Mark Williams is in that space where it's like people know that he's a great player, like when he can play.
He can, yeah. When he plays, he's a monster.
The guy's just like, he's got a little bit of a tag of like
maybe his career now
with him, right? And also too, like, people put in work on him too. I mean, Anthony Davis' last game before he went and got traded to the Mavs was against Charlotte, and Anthony Davis had like something like 20 and 11 in the first quarter against Mark Williams. So, I mean, Mark Williams has numbers, but like he could be on that Andre Drummond kind of role where it's like empty stats and empty cows.
Yeah, well, Drummond at least gets them rebounds, but Charlotte can't win a game if they're life depended on it. They got great highlights, great for TikTok. I love them for the,
TikTok.
That's that A-Rod TikTok NBA. He was saying, yeah.
TikTok MVPs over there, but actually winning games, man, they got a long, long way to go.
See, Luka really needed that big man, right, when he came over to LA, and now what's his name? The young guy Jackson Hayes is out hurt, so they go and they get Alex Len. They're relying on Len now.
I don't think this year is the priority. I think dealing with LeBron and his ego, you're trying to make it look like that, but I don't really think this year is the priority for the Lakers. They got their future.
Let's talk about that. Do you think LeBron is just like wearing 2 mouth guards to sleep now because he's grinding his teeth so hard because he can't handle that the spotlight is not on him fully? Do you think this is driving him a little nuts?
No. That was the retirement package. Like, okay, we got our guy. Yeah. You can go when you want to, but we got our plan. Mm-hmm. That was them. That was them doing that, right?
I'm gonna disagree with this one. I watched their first game. Mm-hmm. LeBron looked happy. I have not seen LeBron put in that much defensive effort in a long time. Like,
I got a theory, but yeah, keep going.
He had Jordan Clarkson and he had Keontae George like on the baseline, just strapped up on an island. This man was just giving it to them. Like this guy, like, whew, like LeBron actually looked good, man, and like it was a fun game to watch. So it might have re-energized him, man.
That's my theory right there. Like the slap across the face, like we're moving on, old man, has re-energized him and made him feel like, hey, let me give it one last go. Let me dump. You know, LeBron likes to prove his haters wrong. You got all these imaginary haters. You got real ones too, but he got imaginary ones too. And so, like, this is like the best thing for the Lakers. We have our future, and we have re-energized this check collecting motherfucker out here.
I just imagined LeBron after that trade went down. He's like just like what you're saying, like the
Rob Pelinka's a gangster. Rob Pelinka went from a nobody to a gangster overnight.
Yeah. He goes to chatgpt.com and he asks ChatGPT, who's the real king? ChatGPT, who's the real king? And he's talking to ChatGPT probably for an hour, and it says Luka. He's like,
Lakers. It's the Luka Lakers.
Exactly. All right. So Raptors, they got what? I think they got one more game before the All-Star break. I think so. Yeah, it's where is it here? I got it right.
Oh yeah,
here.
Today's Thursday, right? Today's Thursday. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So it is. Oh wait, no.
It should be over.
21st now. Yeah. So
it should be over.
Yeah. So why don't we jump into a little bit of this or
that?
Brought to you by Popeyes Supplements. All right, I got a quick one for you boys. What were you gonna say, A-Rod?
I was gonna say R.I.P. red tape.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Man, speaking of red tape, they could get the truck out this morning in this snow, huh? I had to help push out like 2-3 people who never seen snow before, but so they never really driven in snow before.
I've seen a lot of little women shoveling the snow by themselves. Like, what is the world coming to? What happened?
What happened? I saw that too in my neighborhood. I'm like, no, I know who your husband is, and he is well and capable. Man, like, where is he?
A lot of dudes was ghost this morning. Like
for sure.
I'm not shoveling that.
For sure. It's like, what's happening to the world? Like, why is it 70-30 right now? What is happening? Anyways, yeah. So okay. First of all, I want to do who would you trust more to hold this? All right, who do you trust more? And I'm gonna actually, you know what, not to hold this. Who would you trust more to drive your girl home? All right, so you need to get your girl to be driven home. It's a real quick drive. It's from let's say let's say Rudy's on Greenwood and Danforth area. All right, home to where you're at here, right? Not far. So it's not a far drive.
2 minutes, man.
But still, you need to drive because she's got little feet, right? So who do you trust more, Tristan Thompson to give her a ride home, or Dylan Brooks? who do you trust more, Tristan Thompson?
Dylan Brooks all day, 24/7.
All right.
Because I know Dylan would at least be a gentleman. There's nothing to compete with, you know, like. He's just going to drive her home, and that's it. There's no competitive edge. There's no, like, game on the line or whatever. It's just Dylan Brooks going to drive her home, take a minute, pop her off, let go.
D. Brooks.
You know, Tristan Thompson, as soon as this guy says hi to her, he's gonna put his hand on her waist. He's gonna put her hand on his thigh. Some shit.
BBL.
Yeah, this man. Like, look at this. This guy's a fucking goof, man.
He's such a goof. All right, so you got Dylan Brooks easy. What about you, Max? It's a 2-minute drive. She needs to get home. She's had 1.5 wines. She just wants to come home, man. But the only ride she has is Tristan or Dylan, man. Who's driving her home?
This is a classic case of 2 YNs, to use the young boys' language. One you cuss out because they know better, and one is just a goofy, and you cuss them out, but it's not because you think they're gonna change or anything. You know what I mean? It's just you're just a goofy.
Yeah.
And they're family, so it is what it is. But there's certain young boys that you cuss out because they know better. They know the rules, and they out here acting a fool. That's Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks is the young homie that knows the rules, breaks them anyways.
It's true.
Tristan Thompson is just a goofy.
Yeah.
Doesn't even know what to do, so he's out here just bumping into everything, messing up everything, embarrassing everybody. So I'm definitely going with Dylan Brooks, because Tristan Thompson's a lost cause, right? He's just the guy
it's easy.
dismiss.
Yeah, it's an easy one for me. Like, I get that phone call, like, bing, 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 bing. Yeah, I'm gonna get a ride home. Tristan's here. You can get me a ride home. So no, you're walking. You're walking home. You're gonna put those heels in your hand. You're walking home, and I'll tell you why.
You don't even know. You don't even know
I can't trust him. No,
drive somebody home properly. He wouldn't even know.
I don't even trust he has a driver's license.
He probably take her on a detour. Probably getting a drag race with somebody. Break all the rules.
He's like, we're going to Richmond Hill for a drag
race or something. You know what I mean? Like,
we're going to coffee time.
Just do something a normal person wouldn't even think of doing. Tristan Thompson's like, that sounds like a good idea.
He was that dude who was in the coffee time parking lots. Remember that back in the day? Like, you go to Silver City, and then afterwards you go to the coffee time parking lot. What
about pork and cheese brethrens? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Trans Ams, Camaros, Mustangs. Let's go.
Those are human magnets, those Camaros. Like, you ever get real close to a Camaro, all of a sudden it just pulls you right towards it. Like, your heart just goes that way. So there's no chance. Dylan, I trust him.
Tim Hortons cats, man. I love them.
Yeah, it's like Portuguese women. They got big feet, man. Pretty faces, but big feet. Big feet. I dated a Portuguese woman this one time. She put her foot up on the table. I was like, wait, you putting your foot
down? He was like,
God
whoa,
damn.
whoa.
I was like, woof.
Like, slow down there, fella.
Where's your pro line, huh? Who do you got, the Saints or the Giants? Holy cow, your feet sure got the Giants. All right, cool. So that we all got Dylan Brooks. That one's an easy one. So fuck Tristan Thompson, man. Just been honest, just a whole fuck.
No way.
All right, I want to give a big shout out to, I mentioned him earlier, and you might see it in the background picture. I want to give a big shout out to Elon Musk's son. Now, I don't know if you caught this. A-Rod, did you catch this?
I heard about it.
All right, Elon Musk's son was with his dad, Elon, in the Oval Office yesterday with Donald Trump, just talking whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the best part is his son. I'm going to share my screen right here, because this shit right here is some funny ass shit. So here we go, share, and we are going to play this right here, and we're going to enjoy this. You guys seen it?
No.
You're not?
Oh, I'm seeing it. Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Musk to say a few words, and we'll take some questions. Elon, go ahead.
Watch this
sure.
here.
So
He says,
at a high level, you say, what is the goal of Doge, and I think a significant part of the presidency is to restore democracy. This may seem like, well, are we in a democracy? Well, if you don't have a feedback loop, FAX, we would have to.
His name is X.
Sorry.
His name is X?
His name is X.
Gravitas can be difficult sometimes. If there's not a good feedback loop from the people,
he says you have to shut your mouth.
To the government.
He says shut your mouth, and then he picks his nose.
The bureaucrat, if the bureaucracy is in charge, then what meaning does democracy actually? Opposed to
this isn't the video. The video is his son, that X, looks at him and goes, "You're gonna have to shut your mouth." And then he picks his nose, puts the booger on his table.
Oh, wow.
He actually puts Oh yeah, here it is.
Is to restore democracy.
You need to go away.
From one year to the next are the same. And they're
I want you to shush your mouth, he says.
That is a kid that needs a little bit more manners, but probably won't.
I know. I don't know. That's what I said. I was like, I was talking to my wife about it. I'm like, that boy right there. That's what I don't want Stello to turn into. That boy right there has got some bad manners, man, and he needs to learn how to be a respectable young man.
At least when you're outside.
Yeah. Speaking of outside, man, I wanted to give another shout out to our man, one of my main man right here, Mr. Young Bleed. Young Bleed put out a new record. It's out on Spotify right now. It's called Young Bleed Presents The Trap House. And this is one song right, or sorry, Welcome to the Trap. And this is the tune right here called Everlasting. And this sample right here, Don't Stop.
I like that rhythm.
Mm. And I told him, I was texting back and forth, I'm like, I played that at my wedding, that sample. That song. Listen to the
you know the sample?
Yeah, man, Don't Stop. The song Don't Stop by One Way. The group's called One Way. Give him. Man, big shout out to Young Bleed, and
shout out to Spotify.
The new album, Young Bleed Presents Welcome to the Trap. Go check it out by Trapdoor Entertainment. It is out now everywhere. Go get it and let your ears take it in. And big shout out Young Bleed. Yes, indeed. So, hey, we can get out of here. No more this or that. I think that's it. We both shat on Tristan Thompson. Or we all shat on Tristan Thompson. He deserves it. And Elon Musk's son putting boogers on the Oval Office desk. I think it's a good
We are not claiming Tristan Thompson.
No, we are not. That's the name of the episode.
We just polite, but we are not claiming him.
No. But we will claim this is another episode of this or...
that
brought to you by us. All right, cool. So let's go around the NBA. So is there anything that's grabbed your attention, A-Rod, Max, since the last time we spoke? I know it's All-Star Weekend is coming up. The bright lights, the dunk contest, the celebrity games, all this and that. But
I'm going to just say one thing to all the listeners out there. I am in complete unity with you guys because the All-Star Weekend is a piece of shit. It is probably the worst All-Star Weekend I could possibly think of. We have Cade Cunningham in the three-point contest. That kind of says it all for me. Like, the guy can barely hit 2 threes a game, and he's in the three-point shootout. Then we have
a very strange pick.
Mac McClung, again, for the third time.
Two-time champ.
Two-time champ, like, sure, he's a G League.
Can't make the league, though. What are we doing, NBA?
And then we got, like, random guys in the dunk-off. Maybe Stephon Castle will surprise us, but it's not what it used to be. Stephon Castle from the Spurs. He went to UConn. He's got some bounce on him. The rest of the guys, it's just like, I don't even know what's going on. Andre Jackson and, Matsits Bullets?
No, man.
It's like, it's terrible, man. Like, honestly, it makes me want to cry. And then the three-point contest, like I was saying, Cade, and then they just announced today that there's no Steph and Sabrina. So, like, even that was, like, slightly entertaining last year, but it's not even on because they got the new All-Star format that they want to focus on, which, like, nobody asked for. It's the saddest weekend, I think, in a long time.
Their ratings are going to be low.
Fuck, NBA, man, it used to be All-Star Weekend was, like, holy shit. Like, you were just parked your ass on your couch on the weekend and you were like, yeah, this is it. The rookie game is going to be awesome because these guys are playing. The dunk-off's going to be crazy. I can't wait to see this. And then the three-point contest, it was like, all right, we got some shooters out here. Now it's just like, oh, man, what a spot.
Yeah, this was it's the first year that I'm ever, like, made up my mind that I'm not watching the three-point competition and the dunk competition. Before I even heard about the entrance, right? I didn't know, about Cade being in there. I didn't know about who was going to be in a dunk competition. I had already made up my mind. I'm not even doing it this year. I'm not even doing it this year. And I'd already cut out the All-Star game from maybe about 10 years ago. Like, the All-Star game has been dead to me for a very long time. But I always looked forward to the rookie game, the three-point competition, and the dunk competition. Now all I have left is the rookie game, and I'm out. So I'm not even going to be there on Sunday. You know what I mean?
So here's the three-point contest.
Max, super quick.
Yeah, no, go.
Cade Cunningham, 8 for his last 30 threes.
Look at that. And they put him in the three-point competition. So it's just they're just shooting darts in the dark, like when it comes to how they put people in these competitions, and it just has no rhyme or reason to it.
I'm not shitting on Cade because I like Cade. I think he's a great player. Like, shout out Detroit, first time they're over 500 in like the last 19 seasons or something.
But that seems strictly promotional. Like that just seems we want to push this guy. Let's throw him in a three-point competition.
If you've been watching NBA all season, the guy can't shoot threes. Like. He's a scorer. He's a good passer. Like, he plays good defense. Like, he's a really excellent 6'8" guard. Like, good player all around, man. I like him a lot. But this is not a three-point shooter, man.
Who else is in it with him?
Lillard's in there. I think Buddy. I don't even know, man.
Brunson? They put Brunson in there?
Probably. I mean, even Brunson's not a three-point
That's what I
shooter.
mean. I'm trying to figure it out.
Is Trey in it?
Randall in there. Let me just see. Here we go. Tyler Hero can shoot threes. Cam Johnson can shoot threes. Lillard has one. Yeah, sure. Norm Powell. I mean, Norm Powell is like he's a good in-season guy, and he's having a good year. But like, I don't really think of him as like a three-point guy. Darius Garland, not really. I mean,
he's having a year though.
He's having a year.
He's having a year.
Both of those guys don't belong in a three-point competition.
No, they don't.
Jalen Brunson, is he a three-point shooter? No, he's actually.
I don't think he belongs in a competition either.
Yeah.
That was like Tyrese Halliburton.
Cam Johnson is a literal three-point shooter. Like, that is a guy who can actually shoot.
Yeah, Cam Johnson, Trey
Young for sure.
Trey Young is a three-point competition guy. Buddy Hield's a three-point competition guy. You know, like specialists. You know, like
gunners.
It's no longer a specialist thing. It's
like back in the day when we used to watch a three-point competition, used to see the three-point specialists go up against each other. You know.
Yeah.
Now they're throwing random cats in here. Cat Williams won it. Cat Williams won a competition. Like, what are we doing out here?
What drives me crazy? You see these guys, and it's like you see their form. And their form's all fucked up. I'm like, you can't even shoot properly.
And I'm happy you can shoot some threes. That's cool. But can we save the three-point competition for the specialists?
For the real shooters.
Just because you're having a decent year, or we want to showcase you like they're doing with Cade, like, can we get rid of that and just get back to the best specialists and see who can?
And why is it they only put the big names in the three-point contest?
So it can be some bragging rights.
Yeah. You know? And then the dunk contest, they have these I'm not disrespect, but like they have the big names in the three-point contest, and then the dunk contest is like, ooh, you know what I mean? Like I don't know, man. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really sad what they did to the dunk contest. It's only 4 guys. 4 guys? Like, what the hell? That's that's guaranteed to be a bad competition right there. Yeah. Plus, on top of that, we don't know these dudes. We're not excited for them.
No.
Hey, bring back the wheel. If it's gonna be this bad, just
bring back the wheel.
No.
Dark times.
Bring back the wheel, or get that team dunk off. The most shit random team dunk off with Paul George, one of the worst players I've ever seen in my life, getting a $60 million contract.
Oh, 37 minutes, 2 points.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I had to say it, man.
37 minutes.
I would be
points.
fucking embarrassed if I was this.
Come
guy.
on, podcast P.
And then they got his PR machine going out today, with Sham saying how like, oh, he needs injections to play, and he's just trying to make himself available. Buddy, ain't nobody believing that, man.
Yeah, okay.
Nobody believing that.
Man, Philly is just a black hole, bro. It's awful.
I want to give a shout out to Markelle Fultz, who's back in the league, signed with Sacramento.
Good story there.
Yeah, it is a good story. Yeah. So shout out to Markelle, man. He
was playing
fighting.
well when he was in Orlando. Yeah, he's fighting. Yes, sir.
It was, man. And then like he got fucked up in Philly, and then
and we all know Philly is a very just a bad luck. I didn't want to use the word because I hate that word, because the kind of people that use that word are bitches. But it is a toxic place, though. But the kind of people that use that word, like fuck y'all, you know what I'm saying?
HR people, man.
It's true.
All those people.
LinkedIn.
All those
that's
people.
a LinkedIn word. That's a LinkedIn
all those
word.
people who use that word on a regular basis. Fuck you. But Philly is a toxic place, for real, for real.
Dude, people that use the word toxic are bitches. Oh, it's so true. You're toxic. Shut the fuck up. God, seriously, who the fuck are you? Go get some Timbits. Yeah. So, is there anything else that's anything else that's
You ever seen ABBA and Preach when they're talking and they're doing a reaction to this dating show with Castillo? Have you ever said that? Oh my god, I need to send you guys that 18-minute video. It's like one of the best videos of all time.
Oh, yeah?
But anyways, like this girl like is kind of having a conversation with a guy and they're getting to know each other or whatever. And she's like, that's just like toxic masculinity or whatever she's talking to.
Like, here we go.
He's like, toxic what? And then after like 2 minutes later into the conversation, he's like, cheers to the toxicity.
That's hilarious, bro.
He kills me, man.
He's just living in it. He's swimming in it now. Yeah. Cheers to the That's hilarious.
Dude, toxic. What? What the fuck are you talking about? That's why I'm so glad I don't have to be dating nowadays, man.
That's one of those record scratch moments. The record just scratches. Party stops.
DeAndre Ayton expected to miss at least a month. He's out again. This guy keeps getting hurt. But it has spotlighted a rookie, Klingon. I think it's Klingon. Is his name? What's his name?
Yes.
Big man.
Klingon.
20 rebounds last night. Yeah.
20 rebounds. Look at that.
Yeah,
20?
He had 20.
Who they play
last night? 95% sure he had 20.
I think they played Denver.
The Nuggets. Yeah.
He had 20?
And then they went to overtime, didn't they?
No,
Jamal went off.
Let me see.
I like Klingon.
Yeah, he had 17 points, 20 rebounds, and 3 blocks.
In Portland, Portland's
so
building up talent,
DeAndre,
man. They're building talent. DeAndre Ayton.
They had a sneaky pickup this year.
Go ahead.
Denny Avdia was a sneaky pickup by them to get him.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He's been playing really nice this year. But yes,
really well.
Keep going on Portland, yeah.
That's the guy that used to play for the Wizards, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
he's nice. He's nice over there at Portland.
I think
they
he's
got
the only Jewish guy in the league. He's from Israel.
I didn't even know he was Jewish.
Well, it don't really matter. He's nice on the court. And then Sharp is that's crazy. They don't got more of them folks in the league. They love
Who was the last Jewish dude? There was
because
Jewish people love basketball.
They do. They love basketball. But hey, you know what, man? I'm surprised, like Max was saying, because they have some good teams over in Israel, man. Like Maccabi Tel Aviv.
Yeah, you can go over there and make some money.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who was that last. Remember we brought it up and we're like, yeah, he's Israeli. It was an old player. What was his name? Old school, not the dude from Miami. Anyways, no, I don't want to get into it because it's just gonna be like, oh, I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
I have to go to ChatGPT or something. But yeah, no, he's been playing really good in Portland. They got a bunch of young talent, man, and once
they got a lot of talent over there, bro. A lot of talent. They could package up 3 or 4 youngins and get them a good player, and still have a bunch of young talent on the team.
They got Scoot.
They got
Scoot
Sharp. Scoot been playing better this year. Like it was looking shaky last year, but he's looking better this year.
He's ignited now. He's ignited now, yeah, a little bit. He's still getting it together, though. I mean, that's one of the hardest positions to come in and do is being point guard, right? When you come into the league, because it's like you got a lot of responsibility on your back, and and you're on the spotlight.
And he's undersized.
He's strong though, but he is undersized.
Yeah, he's like the undersized guys scare me. Like that's why Shed scares me a little bit. He plays like a power forward, but he's got the size of one. Yeah. He's very aggressive, and he just ain't got the size to really play like that consistently, though. You need to learn to shoot 3-point, man.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to give a shout out.
And the pull-up jumper. Please pull up jumpers.
There is a
kids
kid
learn how to use pull-up jumpers, man.
There is a kid in Brooklyn I want to give a shout out to. Keon, was his name Keon Johnson? Keon Johnson, point guard, shooting guard. This kid right here, he's playing really well too, and he's kind of just, you're not going to hear a lot about him, but keep your eye on that kid, Keon Johnson. There's another Keon in Sacramento, also.
Yes, he plays great defense. He's an Energizer Bunny type of cat.
Keon Ellis.
Yes. Great pick up and drop off in fantasy leagues. Keep your eye on that guy.
But you can tell he got talent, a lot of heart, and I love guys like that. Anyways, before we get out of here, boys, for All-Star Weekend, before we chat next.
Congratulations to Battle, who got a full-time contract with the Raptors. Congratulations.
That's a very good call.
Worked your got it the hard way. You know what I mean?
He deserves it.
You got to respect it. You got to respect that,
And you brought it up too, A-Rod. It's like how Jamal, because we've been talking about Jamal since Summer League. But the way he stepped up to Tristan last night, and the way the whole team kind of like stepped up and like surrounded him, like, yeah, fuck you, Tristan. What are you gonna do? Like, really? Come on, man. I loved that. I loved seeing them do that.
Everybody had not this dude. Oh, you? Everybody was like, "Oh, you."
Oh, you.
You know what I mean? Oh, you. I like that. Like, no matter how bad of a team we are, we are not going to let this dude talk crazy. No,
Tristan,
no.
Tampon Thompson, man. This guy. Oh, man. It's the guy that kiss himself on the mirror. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you.
Yeah, man. That's a good back up against the wall. What you got? I like that. So good.
And they all came around. You know what I mean? Good, they all came around. And Darko was there, like, going back to war.
What do you do when a goofy starts to punk you off? What do you do?
Punch him in the face.
Yeah.
Put his teeth back in the back of his neck. Anyways, he probably went. Yeah. Anyways, well, anything else, boys? Besides, yes, congratulations to Battle. You love to see that. He was on a 2-way, I believe, and they converted that to, I think, 3 years. Guaranteed 2-3 years. But yeah, good on you. Yes. It's a dream, man. We all were kids at one point, sitting there shooting on that hoop, wishing we could be in the league. You can only imagine what it is for these kids when they sign on that dotted line, man, and they get to actually like fulfill their dream. You got to give it up to them. So we salute 100%. You. Yeah. That's a good way to end this, man. So salute to the real ones and fuck the Tristan Thompsons. This was another El Hoopo, Max P, A-Rod production for the Sports Ethos Toronto Raptor podcast, and we appreciate you putting your ears to this pod. So hit subscribe, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. Yes, sir.